I'm not a big country music fan, admittedly, but there's some great sounding country music stations. And up to probably a few years ago, the material that was being released by Nashville sounded pretty good. It was one of the last outposts of new music that wasn't smashed to death. And unfortunately, it's starting to move that way as country music becomes more aggressive and has that more as a sound that's closer to pop music. And unfortunately, you see it a lot, especially the country station over here that has an Aurora, and we've tuned it up, and you can tell the source material is getting more and more lacking as far as dynamic range, and it sounds more and more like it's already been on the air before it gets on the air again.
I'm not a country music fan either, but in the past, you could use country cuts as kind of a good reference for spectral balance and dynamic range and all the things that were important to basically tweak processing or at least test it. And I would say that what I've heard in the last year, they're kind of catching up to where the CHR mastered stuff is now, where it's, you look at it on a scope, there's not gross clipping like there was years ago, but it's aggressive.
I mean, I guess the only silver lining in all this is that the mastering processors have also gotten better. So, I mean, it still clips square wave, but, at least it has the sound that it maintains at least some. It's giving you the illusion that there's more dynamic range than the ones that, say, mastered what was that album that everyone about 15 years ago, Californication, which was a disaster.
Yes, that was just straight lines.
I mean, that was mastering at its worst. So.
Yes, quite. And the Metallica albums of the same era were just as bad. It kind of worries me personally that sooner or later the mastering guys are going to catch up to where we are in terms of processing, because we've had a head start and the criteria have been so much more intense that, yes, we know how to get loud probably better than anybody else in the radio industry in general. And that hasn't filtered down to mastering or the recording business fully yet. They've been growing up using different tools, which are improving steadily. But it's going to come the time where they're using similar techniques to us. And then we do have the double processing problem.